Yeah, this ain't small talk. Yeah, this ain't small talk. This real talk from the streets to successful struggle to strategy, music, ultra proof, and unapologetic conversation. We talk life, us and healing in the calm behind the glow. No filters, no scripts, just voices that matter. If you move with purpose, think different and live uncut. Ride with us. Hosted by DJ for Rep, aka Mr. Ghost. This ain't just a podcast. Ride with us. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Red. I'm the host with Ride With Us, and you're going to check us out on YouTube, Apple Music. We're going to check out Spotify and all the platforms. We got bomb content right now, so we want you to subscribe, follow us, and leave a comment. And today I got my boy Brian, who's going to ride with us today.
How you doing?
And how you doing today, brother?
I'm good, man.
All right. I want to thank you for showing up. I've been knowing Brian for some years right now, so I'm going to let him introduce himself and accept his last name. And this is what we're going to talk about. So,
hi, my name is Brian.
And
born and raised in Inglewood, right down the street.
Inglewood.
Knowing DJ and his wife for a long time, man, for years.
Yeah. So, all right, Brian. Yeah, I've been knowing Brian for some time, and he's good people, and he looks out all the motherfucking time. So tell us, were you born and raised in Inglewood?
Born and raised in Inglewood, down the street on Myers Place, which is called the second smallest street in Inglewood. My grandfather bought his house in 1939 in Inglewood.
1939.
So I'm basically a native from the city of Inglewood, of course. Didn't go to Inglewood High, was a problem child.
Tell us about your childhood, man.
Well, I was what they call a spoiled fuck up. You know, that's what I was. I was able to go to Japan, get on a Caribbean cruise, go to placement, get kicked out of school.
Oh, you went to Inglewood High?
No, Inglewood High. I was locked up, actually. I graduated from inside. I was a minor then. So that's what I mean about it.
And what year was this?
I'll be 54 in April, so years ago. This is probably between maybe, I would say, 13, 14, 15 years old.
Yeah, 84, 85.
Yep. When we went to Japan, SC and the Oregon Ducks were invited to play football there for 2 weeks, and that was 1983. Yeah. So you can Google that and check it out.
1983.
Those were my days.
I got put on. I got put on the neighborhood. Yeah. 1983. You know, so my thing was, Brian, is that when I was coming up, I grew up in Harbor City, right?
Okay.
My mother was she was a teenager when she had me. So I kind of grew up with her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the father figure was never there. You know, he was my father figures were like my big homeboys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I found lots of people, and especially the youngsters out here, I found a lot of acceptance, companionship, and understanding in the streets. How about you?
The same for me. You know, there's a little bit more. The circle is tighter. You know, the respect level is a little bit higher. You know, and there's really not a lot of bad people out there. There's maybe a few bad apples, but that's what happens. It's where it comes from when you out there doing what you got to do, homeless or, you know, on the streets, or gang banging or whatever, you know. I've like this man right here on the wall, Calvin, you know. I've known him for 30 years. Uncle Cal, my big homie, you know. He didn't judge, you know. He didn't say nothing. You know, he was a good dude, you know. So that's a prime example. Yeah. All
right, so tell us a little bit about, you know, when you made that decision to start fucking up.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you this. I could be blunt, right?
You can be blunt, yeah.
I started smoking.
You can use cuss words on here.
I started smoking rock cocaine at 12 years old.
Well.
So that's when my life started. Behind us, there's a street. This street's called Manchester. I used to deliver dope up to the rich Westchester people. This railroad track right here used to be called Pine Alley. It used to go from Manchester to Arbor Vitae. And that's where everybody would go party in those years.
Yeah, that's back, the same thing similar to me, because I started slinging rocks when I was 13.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You know, like I said, I'm at 12, 13, smoking dope. My brother turned me on. He was working at Chevron Refinery. My mother got him a job there right out of high school. He graduated from El Segundo High. And he used to work at Burger King right here. He pulled out the CD cover on the way in Burger King parking lot because we were headed to Christy Alley's house and her sister. So, of course, now you know they partied, or they partied back then.
Yeah, yeah.
So my first use of cocaine was on a CD cover back then, because CDs were the main thing, snorting cocaine, lines about that big. And that's my first doing drugs.
Yeah, this story, we hear the story a lot, especially in our communities that we grow up in. It's something else, because when I was coming up, I used to mow lawns and collect cans when I was a kid.
I used to mow lawns also.
You know what I'm saying? So back in '83,
Paperboy on the bicycle.
I used to roll.
Huh?
I used to hate that.
Man.
One thing I hate about,
But they did pay good, though.
they did. But one thing I hated about being on my paper route was collection day.
Yeah. Yeah, that was hard.
You have to go and deliver.
You knock on that door.
Yeah, rain, sleet, or hail, or snow, whatever it is. You have to wake up in the morning time, roll them papers up, put them on the front of your handlebars, and start throwing them papers and stuff, and then
Eventually, I had a paper bag.
Yeah.
On the bicycle.
Yeah, you had your bag on the front of the handlebars, and then you would have to go collect.
Yes.
And come back next week. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, during that time, that's what I used to do when I was a kid. But my homeboy came over to my house one day, because we used to ride bicycles. He came over and said, "Leave your bike at home." I'm like, "For what?" He was like, "Man, I got a car." Now, he was like 6 foot when he was 13, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, big man.
Yeah, so they showed me that stuff, man, and
That was it. It was on.
My mind was saying, go home. But I'm around my peers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you couldn't fail them.
I could not fail
that
them.
Peer pressure.
Exactly, and I stayed. So go ahead, brother. Continue.
So yeah, that's basically when my life started. And like I said, I mentioned going to Japan in '83, which is a few years later. And I believe after that is when we took the Caribbean cruise to Puerto Rico, San Juan, St. Thomas, the islands. Yeah. There was another island I can't remember. But yeah, going on a ship for 2 weeks. We left Florida. We visited Disney World when it was only open for 2 years. So basically brand new. Yeah. We got to go on to where the shuttle used to take off. We got to go on and see all that, NASA. So it was a good little tour.
Yeah, so, getting back to being 12, 13 years old, getting high, what was happening after that?
There was nothing happening after that. I was just getting high. I was at home. I got high with my mother. I got high with my brother. My mother was a heroin addict, ex-con. But she was a barber for 33 years. Yeah. La Tijera, where the Goodwill is. That used to be able to walk right through that plaza there, and her barbershop was in the middle. But get high at that age, it was mainly the school.
School, yeah.
Right? You get in trouble with not going to school. So I wasn't going to school. I stopped going to school because I'm getting high and selling dope. I'm delivering dope, whatever it is in that world at that time, Nothing really mattered. It was just about getting dope.
Yeah.
Eventually, and I had my house. I was safe,
It's like being relate to it 100%, but from the other side. It's like when I first made my first $500, and like in 40 minutes, I was turned out. Started smoking bud, started drinking, making money. The hardest thing was trying to hide it from my mother.
Well, see, I didn't have that problem, of course, No. It was crazy. My mom was married to a man that was an electrician for a supervisor for LAX. Good man, but once he hit me in the nose and, fist first, that's when it all stopped, But divorce and all that, my mom went to prison for 3 years for selling dope here in Inglewood. We had the biggest dope house in Inglewood at that time. The truth is I just got home from school, Smith School. It was a continuation school because I got kicked out of Inglewood Unified. Because I tell you about the mess I was a fuck up and I was a spoiled one. So came home, got off the school bus, went in the house, asked my mom for a hit. I need something. She said, well, I'm out. I'm waiting on tea. She was kicking heroin. And as soon as I went in the house, the police pulled up. They pulled up with a tow truck and act like they were towing my mom's car. So I ran out, actually, and said, hey, what are you doing, man? That's my mom's car. And that's when they was able to walk right in. The truth is, we didn't have anything. And they planted $58 and an 8-ball of cocaine rock in the blender in the kitchen. And said that was my mom. So
and that was it. That changed the demographic.
Yeah, that changed a little bit but like I said, don't let me leave out Grandma and Grandpa, which is down the street, 2 houses down, that bought their house, in 39. So I was able to run over there. They weren't home. I remember breaking the back window to get on the phone, and call T, the man that we were working for, and told him what happened. And then my mom got bailed out, and then eventually she went to prison for 3 years. That was the last term.
Yeah. It's one thing. It's one thing about this in our communities, in our neighborhoods, it's really, really difficult to change that demographic.
Yeah, it's hard.
Change that behavior, So
don't do anything. Do the right thing.
Yeah. We ain't talking about that bullshit. Talking about just don't say no.
No.
We telling you, say hell to the no, because it's a hard knock life. You dig what I'm saying? So it's a hard knock life. We keeping 100 uncut, unfiltered. We unapologetic of what we talking about. And it's all about empowering and people that's listening, because everybody knows somebody who's strung out like me. Everybody knows somebody.
Everybody can relate. There's somebody out there that can relate to us.
Exactly. And especially going to the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? And
my whole family are ex-cons, including me. So, it's just the way that was.
It is.
At that time.
One thing we're trying to do is change this narrative through this experience. Of the stuff that we're talking about.
And now that I'm 53 and I see the as you get older, the picture gets a little bit bigger and clearer in life. You understand.
Yeah.
And it was good times. I'm not gonna lie. There was some good times.
I had a whole bunch of.
I was having fun. Like I said, I was a fuck up spoiled kid. So, but when I stopped, it seemed right. It was the picture was clear. Wow, how can I do that? I did that.
Yeah.
So stay away from it. Stay positive.
Exactly. So this is what we're talking about, y'all. This is going to be the first episode right here. We want you guys to ride with us. We're going to do another episode. So right now, we're going to end this one right now. And you got to hear more of Brian's story. It's fucking amazing.
Yes, sir.
My name is DJ Vret, the host for Ride With Us. We look forward to hearing from you soon. But stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.
That's today's episode. Appreciate you riding.
Thanks for listening.
Subscribe, leave a comment, and follow us everywhere. DJ Verret, aka Mr. Ghost. Ride with.